Welcome to the Spiritual Principles Made Practical podcast. I'm your host, Scott Friedman, and today we're going to talk about detaching from the mind. It's got a lot of benefits, not the least of which is that it anchors us in the present moment. So there's some important things to understand about detaching from the mind. The first is that the present moment is the only moment that ever exists, and the problem with thinking about there having a past and a future is that it's not true. And anytime that we invest our thinking in something that isn't true, it drains our energy. So certainly, being in the present, we have more energy. But when we're in the present, we're not engaged with the mind because the mind creates time. And let's go into that a little bit more because that could be a very difficult concept to relate to. But here's the facts. And if you really pay attention, you'll see and you get that resonance within you that says this is really how it is that the past and the future exist only in our mind, only when our mind creates them in the present moment. So if I'm not thinking about the past, it doesn't exist. If I'm not thinking about the future, it doesn't exist. The only thing that makes the past or the future exist is me thinking about it, engaging the mind, thinking about it in the present moment, because there is no other time. And so when we start to build our ability to relate to this, some really great things happen. One, we have more energy, and when we think about that, uh, it becomes so much easier to focus on the present moment. And there's so much energy. And like one of the things that, I just finished doing the laundry and folding clothes and stuff, and I looked at the clock and I go, that's bizarre. And the clock barely moved when I did all that stuff. And it's like, so your efficiency and effectiveness goes way up when you're focused in the present moment. And so where's um, the differentiation between thinking and being in the present and just letting things flow through you, right? So thinking is it's an objective thing. Usually when we're thinking, we're trying to, feel better about the past or create a better future, right? Is a lot where there's thinking. Thinking it like problem solving, is thinking. So so there are these things that are thinking that are draining our energy, and then there's being present where like just solutions just fly through us. We don't know where they came from, but boy, man, are they awesome and they work like amazing, and we have all this energy and vitality and all this stuff, and it's like it's so demonstrably different when we're just in the present moment, allowing whatever comes to come. So how do we do more of that, right? How do we stay in the present moment? One way, and there's lots of ways to do this. One way is to realize and to pay attention that the only moment that exists is the present moment. And so we say, okay, in this present moment, what's happening? And we pay attention to the present moment. I've got this thought in my mind in the present moment. I'm feeling the temperature of my feet in the present moment. I'm feeling the carpeting on my toes in the present moment. I'm experiencing taking a breath in the present moment. So it's whatever you're experiencing in the present moment, that's how you stay in the present moment. And so people, oftentimes, I know I've certainly been guilty of this. I've thought that, well, yeah, but how is that going to take care of all of the things I need to do? How's that going to get my tax returns filed? How's that going to get me new clients and appointments? And how is that going to, take care of all of the different things I need to take care of? How am I gonna, how is that gonna help me support my wife and all this, all these other things just bombarding in. It's like can't stay in the present moment because I got to think about all these responsibilities that I have, right? And but when we come back and we realize that if we just act on how we're inspired in the present moment, all of those things, earning money, serving clients, taking care of family, taking care of ourselves, our own health and well-being, all of that stuff gets optimized in a way that micromanaging could never do it. Couldn't even come close to doing it. And and help comes from here and there, and problems disappear and solutions appear, and it's you would think it is magic until you understand that everything that is created in the present moment, because that's the only moment that will ever exist, is the present moment. So it's not a matter really of how do we detach from the mind, which creates time, which creates the idea of time, right? So how do we detach? How do we deal with that, right? How do we deal with that and do what most people call being present? And the facts are is the first thing to recognize is accept that we're always present because there is no other time. Second thing is recognize that anytime we're thinking in terms of time, we need to remember we're creating time with our mind in the present moment. So we just keep reminding ourselves over and over and over again that the solution to every problem is to be more honest with ourselves. And part of that is relating to and being truthful with ourselves, that we're always in the present moment. And when we think we're not in the present moment, it's because we're creating that thought in the present moment. And the more we embrace that, the more energy we have, the more spontaneous we are, the better everything goes for us. So try it out, let me know. I offer thought coaching so that you can become more aware of the present and how all of that works in your life. You can schedule a free introductory session by contacting me and reserving the time at scottfriedman40@gmail.com, SCOTTFRIEDMAN40@gmail.com. My books are available on Amazon. You can find links to them on my website, which is www.thoughtcoachingbyscott.com. All right, be well.